Weight loss jabs could get people back into work to boost the economy, Starmer says. We're going to read into this more from Sky News, you guys. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Reganelite here with an article from Sky News with the headline that weight loss jabs could get people back into work to boost the economy, Starmer says. Researchers are looking to whether Mounjaro, if I could say that right, the King Kong of the weight loss jabs, will reduce sick days for those in work. Guys, while you're here, make sure you hit the like button and share this across social media so others are notified of this video. Now, I'm going to be blunt with people, really blunt on this. I am not a fan in any way, shape or form of any kind of weight loss jabs. I'm not a fan of weight loss tablets or any kinds of drugs that reduces weight. I'm just not personally a fan of them. I personally think they are dangerous. I don't think they are the right way for people to lose weight, but I can also understand that some people who may be watching this have used jabs or use some tablets or whatever, and they found it to be helpful to them and help them lose their weight. And if that's your preference, that's fine, that's good for you. I'm personally against that, but obviously I've also never been obese, so it's very hard for me to know what it's like for an obese person and what they go through. So I think that's the important context that I want to add on that. I don't like the idea of weight loss jabs or any kind of approval of weight loss jabs. Like I said, some people may think it's actually a really good thing, that it may be helpful to help people reduce their weight. I'm personally not a fan of it. I would only say is that if it can be done, if these weight loss jabs are considerably safe, if they are done properly, then and people want it, and that's the key word. If people want it, then yes, then that's fine. Now, this is obviously tying into getting people back to work, because we have quite a lot of people in the UK, specifically here in England. A lot of people are obese, and we need to get them to reduce their weight and get them back into work. This is the premise of this idea. This is going to have a very small effect to very little effect in terms of the economy. It's not going to literally, like, how can I put this? It's not going to like boost the economy, as Starmer says here. Yes, you may obviously get some people who have lost their weight back into work. Some of them may be in work as well. And some of them may just work from home, like I'm doing at the moment. Everybody's case is different. And I don't think this is the reason. I don't think this is a premise that to say that people who are obese can't work, that they can't work at some capacity. If they're completely incapable of getting out of their bed or whatnot, I do believe, like literally right here, like sitting on a computer, you can literally have them sitting on a chair like this. As long as they can use a keyboard and mouse, they can still find ways to make money just by the power of the internet. There is ways of doing that. Every situation is different. What I don't want and I don't like is the idea of trying to force people. Now, I'm all for pushing more people to reduce their weight, to get fit, be healthy, and a happy life, and less reliance on benefits whatsoever, and more reliance on work. I'm all for that. This is not something that's going to fix the workers' crisis. Let me be clear about this. We have a worker shortage in the UK, and we just don't have enough of those workers for certain vacancies and gaps that we need in the market. Another problem is that the wages are also a massive influx of issue as a result of this as well. So these are factors to play in, and obviously we used to rely on quite a lot of EU workers, which we don't have as much. We still do have some EU workers here working and living in the UK, but just not as many as we used to. Obviously, that's significantly, and we also have an increase of workers from the likes of India, some nations in Africa, and more further abroad, coming to the UK because we need those gaps and to help fill some of the gaps and vacancies, because we don't have enough British workers to fill those gaps, or they are unable to do them. Hence why Starmer here is looking, the Prime Minister is looking to try and get some of these people back into work. What I don't want to do is to force people back into work. force them against their will, sort of thing, unless there's a legitimate reason why they cannot work. So my minds are in two ways about this on this. So let's read a bit more into this, you guys. So new weight loss jabs could get people back to work to boost the economy, the Prime Minister has said. So Keir Starmer said injections could also help reduce pressure on the NHS. I'm all for reducing pressure on the National Healthcare Service. I think these drugs are very important for our economy and for the health, the Prime Minister told BBC Breakfast. This drug will be very helpful to those who want to lose weight, need to lose weight, and most importantly for the economy so people can get back into work. Very importantly for the NHS because, as I said time and again, yes, we need more money for our NHS, but we've got to think differently. We've got to reduce the pressure on the NHS, so this will help in all of those areas. This will not be the be-all and end-all to fixing. It may fix one part of NHS, reduce in things, but it's not going to be the be-all and end-all like these jabs, okay? That's my personal opinion. Health Secretary Wes Streeting has suggested that the jabs could be given to unemployed people to help them return to the workplace. But Streeting wrote in the Telegraph that I said our widening wristbands also placing a significant burden on our health service, costing the NHS £11 billion a year. And even more with smoking, and that's holding our country back. Well, smoking is going to be banned outright over time. So illness caused by obesity causes people to take extra 6 days a year on average, while others are forced out of work altogether. The Health Secretary also told Sky News Politics Hubs that jabs should not be used to get the Instagram perfect body. Yeah, people like this. There is this thing that people do like to try and get the perfect body, or always posting their stuff on Instagram. Researchers will examine the real-world effects of Mounjaro, also known as Tripepsi, over a 5-year period, as officials announced plans for new trials of the impact of the injection on getting people back to work. A study by the Health Innovation Manchester and Lilly, the world's largest pharmaceutical company, will examine the drug's impact on weight loss, diabetes prevention, and prevention of obesity-related complications and impact on NHS use. It will also assess whether the drug will reduce people being forced out of work and if it has any impact on cutting sick days among employed people. A previous study found Mounjaro, hailed as the King Kong of the weight loss jabs, helps people lose an average of 21% of their body weight over 36 weeks. Wow, that's quite huge. Obesity costs the NHS about £6.5 billion a year and is the second preventable cause of cancer. All the more reason to reduce obesity. Studies show that people lose on average 15% of their body weight within months of starting treatment with Wegsy, a brand name for semaglutide, which is also known as Olympses. Well, some of these names are so weird to me. The drug minimizes a natural hormone and people feel fuller, faster, and for longer. Thousands of people who could benefit from it are being denied access due to a slower than planned rollout of the health service, an investigation by Sky's correspondent Thomas Moore has found. Interesting stuff there. Now, like I said, I'm not a fan of weight loss jabs myself. I don't personally think people should take it. I think you should use other methods. But if you think it's benefited to you, that's your choice. Again, I'm not a health expert. It's just my personal opinion on that. But if you're unsure, if you're somebody who is obese and you're unsure about whether you should take the jab or not, best advice I say, consult a doctor, consult a GP. If you can't speak to either of them, consult a pharmacist for an opinion there as well. Speak to an expert that may give you the best advice on that, is what I will say. But it may boost some bits of the economy. It may reduce the amount of money put into the NHS that's causing obesity. It may have those effects. It may do. But whether it will or not is another question. And there are many other things in the NHS that are problematic as well. I don't like the idea of weight loss jabs. I've said that, but if it helps, then great. But if people, and again, it says if people want it or need it as well, which is what the Prime Minister has said, which I think is a very stress and importance of that as well. But what do you guys honestly think about a weight loss jab? What do you guys think about it? Are some of you perhaps obese yourself, or maybe you know someone who is obese and is using other methods to lose weight, or maybe perhaps you know someone who has used a jab, weight loss jab of some sort, and it's helped them out? Let me know your thoughts and more down in the comment section below what you think of this story. If you found this video interesting, please hit the like button. We greatly appreciate it. Share it across social media so others are notified of this video. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing because it really does help support the channel. And if you want to go one step further, financially support me and the work that I do here, you can do so by becoming a YouTube member for as little as 99p. Or you can join me on Rumble or Patreon for exclusive content on those platforms. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.